Hi everyone, welcome back to Colouring with Kate. Thank you for joining me today. So I hope you are all doing well and everything is going great for you. And yeah, this is the completed April pages, so I hope you enjoy it. I managed to do quite a lot this month. I did 16 pages, which is quite a lot for me. And that's because we were home for the Easter holidays for a couple of weeks, so I managed to complete quite a lot. So let's get started. Let's move Kitty out the way. Kitty says hello. Hi. So yeah, so I had 5 buddy colour books as well, so I'll leave those to the end, and then if I manage to get everyone's buddy pages sent to me in time for editing, I will include them in the video at the end. But if I don't receive them, then you can always pop over to my Buddy Colours channel to have a look. Okay, so if they have a YouTube channel, that is. Okay, so the first book is Sea of Colours, a book by Angela Gonzalez. So what I did in here was this one. So I'll bring you in a little bit. There we go. So this is a lovely little book, and yeah, I just had fun with this really. I can't even remember, would you believe, what I used. I do know actually, I'm remembering now. I pre-prepared the page with golden satin glazing liquid because I wanted to use watercolour, and then I think I used, was it Inktense or Neocolor or something like that here. Actually, I think it might have been, gosh, you know what, I cannot remember. I think it was Neocolor, and I really need to start getting into the habit of writing things down. But it could have possibly been Neocolor, I think, but I'm not sure. I do apologise. And then I really like using water-based markers on a pre-satin glazing liquid prepared page because they seem to work really well and the colours remain quite vibrant, which isn't always the case because you get funny, certain funny effects sometimes, unwanted funny effects. I might add, you know, when you use this pre-prepared page, but generally it doesn't bother me too much because you only get those sort of effects in the odd area of the page and not all over, so it's okay. But yeah, I'm going to use water-based markers more, you know, like the Arteza twine markers or Crayola, you know, the Crayola water-based markers, which I can't remember what they're called, but any water-based markers would do. And I also use fine liners as well. I think I use the Emot fine liners because their nib can withstand this rougher surface, I think. So with this, all I did was I added a layer of for the eyes. I added, I don't know if you can see, a layer of the pen, and then I just used my water brush to sort of fade it out a little bit, so bring the pigment out. And then I used some metallic paint here on the turtle, of course, cannot not add watercolour paint, and then metallic watercolour paint, and then here I've got some Stickles glitter gel, the dark blue one. So yeah, that was just a fun page really. I'll just bring it up to you one more time so you can see everything. But what I really liked about this page was the pink blossoms and the fact that they're out at the moment because it's spring, and yeah, so it's a nice page to do in that respect. So yeah, that's that. So that was Sea of Colours by Angela Gonzalez. Then the next one, I got the 50 diminutive countryside scenes. So finally gave in and got this book, and then I thought I would join in with the lovely Zoe from Addicted to Colouring. Her and Kate from Kate's Colouring Haven were both doing, let me get this right, Angel Cover in hashtag Angel Cover in April. Yeah, that's it. Can't forget the hashtag because I'm new to all this sort of stuff, really. You know, this hashtag business. But yeah, hashtag Angel Cover in April. So I saw Zoe's live stream and she was working on this page. I think she was working on another page which I saw the live stream, and then I saw this one as a playback. I can't remember now, but she inspired me to start this page because she was working on this page, and yeah, so I decided to as well. So the background is King Art gel sticks, and then I used a stencil, and they've got a white gel crayon in the King Art set, the 48 set. So yeah, not many sets have a white, so I actually used that to make the clouds. And they're not stark white as in, you know, pure white. I wanted them to be a little bit sort of have a bluish tinge in them, so it's just come out right. And then the head of the ducks has got a little bit of, I don't even know if you can tell, but it's got a little bit of this opal blaze polish on. I think it's called teal. So I did some of this in alcohol marker because I hardly use alcohol markers. I just don't like them as much as pencils, really. So I did the house, you can see some parts of it, and the greenery in alcohol marker. Then I put pencil shading on top. I think I used Prismacolor pencil shading, and then I just had to go back to my pencil for the ducks because I just thought I could do the ducks a little bit better in pencil, so then I did the ducks in pencil. Of course, metallic paint on the windows of the house, and you know, the edging on the doors and things like that. And then I used some Pentel Dual Metallic Hybrid gel pens and some Arteza Iridescent gel pens. And then on top of here you can see some glitter paint from the Art Spirits on Etsy. And then this brown bit here is also gel crayon. It's just quite nice to use gel crayon, you know, on these thinner Amazon printed pages. So yeah, that's it. So that's that one. 50 Diminutive Countryside Scenes by Camelia Angelkova. I need to hurry up, don't I, because I've got a lot of books to show you, so I need to talk less maybe. Right, so I managed to do, now I did pre-prepare this page with golden, and I need to take the tags out because I keep forgetting. So yeah, I pre-prepared this page with golden satin glazing liquid as well, because I wanted to use watercolour on this. And yeah, most of this is watercolour pencil. I really enjoyed using the Albrecht Dürer Faber-Castell watercolour pencils, and I haven't got the full set. I think I've got about 65 or something, and I'm going to buy some more of those. In fact, I think my husband's going to buy me some. I'm going to buy another 10 open stock. Then I used fine liner water-based markers as well on here, the Emot fine liners, and yeah, I use some metallic paints. Of course, you can see metallic paint there. And then there's some Stickles glitter gel on top. I think I did the background with Neocolor 2. Yeah, I think I did Neocolor 2, and I had to go over it about 3 times, I think, because it was a bit patchy, and that was what I meant about golden satin glazing liquid giving you a bit of a uneven, weird effects on, you know, when you use watercolour on it. There's, like here at the bottom, I don't know if you can see, it's a weird effect there, and then what I did is I just put pencil on top of it. So I don't know why that happens, but it's probably my technique maybe, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, it's still worth using it if I want to use watercolour more on a page, so I'm not going to stop using it. And yeah, I like it. I think it's quite nice. Quite nice. I did the tulips with the water-based fine liners, and so I put the pen on here on the edges, and then I use my water brush to sort of pull the colour out so it fades out. But yeah, that's that. If you want me to show you me using water-based markers on a pre-prepared golden satin glazing liquid pre-prepared page, let me know in the comments below, and I won't mind making a video of that just to show you how I use it on a pre-prepared page. I mean, it's nothing special really, but I just thought if you want to see it, then I can do that. So that's that one. So that's Rita Berman's Europa book. Okay, next we have Oceans by R.J. Hampson. Just love this artist, his books I'm slowly collecting. So I did this one, which many of you wanted me to do as well. You were saying, you know, you'd like me to do the wrong choice one, because it's just, it's quite, well, not amusing, but it is amusing a little bit, because there's two islands, as you can see, and he made the wrong choice by coming to this island. But I wanted this sand to look really bright and sparkly and shiny, so I used metallic paint, and then I think it's called Coliro Basilisk, that paint, Coliro Basilisk. And then this I just did in my usual watercolour pencils or whatever it was, and yeah, my husband was saying that this sand here looks better than that sand, so I thought, well, give him something at least. He needs some nice sand to sit on at least. You know, he's got a palm tree here with no coconuts. All the coconuts are on these palm trees on this island, so at least he's got some nice sand there that he's sat on. In fact, I think that was Paul Rubens phosphorescent paint that I used, watercolour paint, because I can see it sparkling. Now the background here, this was a pre-prepared page as well, by the way. It's pre-prepared with golden satin glazing liquid. You can see that funny effect on the edge of the page, and I think that's because when my brush comes to the edge, it leaves these marks. So it's my technique really. I mean, I could use something else rather than a brush, but I find a brush the easiest to apply the golden satin liquid. But yeah, if I used a sponge or something, maybe it might be better. But yeah, I think that's my technique rather than anything to do with anything else. So yeah, I used some phosphorescent, Paul Rubens phosphorescent watercolour paint. I don't know if you can see the slight shimmer on the water, but it gives a lovely fine glittery look, the background. And then of course the shark fins are all done in a metallic chrome paint. It might be the True Silver actually by the Art Spirits on Etsy. And then yeah, the rest was mainly done in watercolour pencils and water-based fine liners. So yeah, it's quite a nice picture. I didn't take long to do really, and it was fun to do. So that's that one, Oceans, R.J. Hampson. Next is this Japanese book. It's by Funo Yanagawa. It's the Around the World Trip. Don't know the exact translation though, so do apologise for that. And I did this one, which was the picture showing Istanbul, I think it is, because it's got the blue mosque there. So I used a bit of metallic paint. I used the Sakura Jelly Roll glaze pens, you can see inside the flowers, metallic paint of course, pencil, the Holbeins worked really well on here on this paper, but really this paper wasn't that great. It's quite delicate, so therefore I had to use quite soft pencils, and hard pencils would leave dents in the paper, so I was taking a bit more care. But yeah, I'm really glad how this has come out. I really like it. I use a limited colour palette, and what I really like is that I don't feel that it needs a background as well, these sort of pictures. And this is quite a unique book in my opinion, with it, you know, it's got all these little motifs. So you can see here it's got all these little almost individual little pictures. So when you colour them, I don't think you need a background. I think they look really nice the way they are. But yeah, that's that one. So yeah, it didn't stop me from using metallic paint though, and metallic watercolour paint didn't go through. But yeah, I really enjoyed doing that one. So that's that one. Next one, in fact, let me put my little tracing paper thing in here. Not that there's much to transfer because the metallic paint doesn't transfer, but the pencil might, I guess. Right, my next one was like a colour along. It was sort of a colour along, colour and chat with 3 parts on my channel. It wasn't this one. I didn't choose this one. I ended up going for the Fireflies, which is this one here. So yeah, there is most of this page I've done on camera, and yeah, finally finished it. It did take me quite some time to get this done, but it's got lots of different mediums on it. I think I've got pan pastel in the background, and then on top of that pan pastel background there's the Decor Art Enchanted Shimmer paints. Used a few of those shades, blue, purple and green. Then we've got the Fireflies with lots of different Coliro paints. But yeah, do check out, if you're interested in how I did this page, do check out the videos on my channel. There are 3 parts to it, and I've listed all the materials I've used. So yeah, I do like it, but I mean, I like the Fireflies. I think the Fireflies, I mean, I could have put extra glitter on this smoke bit, but I wanted the Fireflies to stand out, and therefore I thought there's enough glitter on here anyway, so I left that. And then yeah, I do like it. I'd give it about 7 out of 10, maybe 7.5. But yeah, it's okay. It's not too bad. I do like it. So there you go, that's that one. R.J. Hampson's Night Garden. Next one, Bold Springtime to Colour. So this is by Ellery Fowler. Now this was a long time whip. So I completed this because I'm going to do an update of how I did with Sammy's, Sammy from Colour and Chat with Sammy's, what was it called? Colouring Checklist Challenge 2. And I'm going to sort of, in the next few weeks, do that video to show you how well I did with all the challenges. I didn't do all 50, and I'll just tell you that I didn't do all 50, but at least you can see my progress, because it was April to April, so I thought, you know, it'd be a good thing to do. Anyway, this is the page. Now I love Ellery Fowler's art. I mean, it's just outstanding. Her first book, I think it was called something Blooms, but anyway, that was thicker paper, and it could take Inktense and things like that. But her subsequent books are on thinner paper, so they can't really take watercolour too well. So I can't use watercolour pencils, really. I think metallic watercolour paints were okay if you use it sparingly. I've got a little bit of, actually, look, you can see there's a little bit of bleed through there, because the paper is just not, unfortunately the paper really lets it down. Yeah, the artwork is outstanding. Look at that, how cute is that? So yeah, this was a very long standing whip, and I managed to finish it, but I can't really stop myself from using the mediums I want to use, like for example metallic paints and glitter paints. I mean, okay, I won't use watercolour pencil because I know that will cause a massive amount of bleed through on paper like this. The background is gel crayons again. Just love using gel crayons, and I really like it. It just makes me happy looking at this page. I mean, I'm scared of insects in real life. Well, not butterflies. Butterflies I do like. Ladybirds are cute as well. But in a colouring book, I love colouring insects. I don't know why. I do love colouring them. But yes, that was a long-standing WIP, so that completed one of my challenges for the Colouring Checklist Challenge 2. It was part 2, as I remember. I took part in the second one, so that's that one. Bold Springtime to Colour by Ellery Fowler. And then I had the urge to colour in a book that I picked up. I think it was only £1.99 from The Range, which is a store in the UK. It's a book by Deco Time. It's called Glitter Colouring Book, and I just had an urge to use watercolour paints, and I thought I'll just do it on this page here. And I really like this page. I really like the picture itself. It says tea there as well, so it's a tea shop. And yeah, I just I used just watercolour paints and water. What else did I use? Did I pre-prepare this page? I don't think I did pre-prepare this page. No, I didn't. Yeah, it's thick enough to take some watercolour. I think I used pencil. No, I used watercolour pencil. Yeah. So yeah, watercolour pencil, and I used possibly some water-based markers as well. Once you colour on this though, the glitter doesn't show. Like for example, there's all glitter on this tree here. The glitter doesn't show particularly well. I think the glitter only shows if you use alcohol marker on top. So I made the grass metallic there, so I thought it'll look nice. Wasn't going to be really realistic or anything. I think I used chalk pastel or possibly pan pastel in the background, but yeah, I think it was such a cute little image this, that I thought just have a little bit of experimentation and fun. So yeah, that was in the Deco Time glitter colouring book. Next, now this was a serious colouring. So this is the gorgeous Ken Matsuda colouring book, and I ended up doing the snail because yeah, it just ended up doing this one, and I had a lot of fun doing this. I really enjoyed it. It was really good. I used the image, you know, the images that you get at the back. It is in here somewhere. Somewhere. My eyes are not allowing me to see. Where are we? Well, I used, you know what I mean. I used one of these little reference images. I bet it's right in front of me, but I'm just so blind. I can't see it. God. Oh well. Yeah, it is in there at the back somewhere. I bet you're saying there it is. It's in front of your face. But yeah, I used the reference page basically for the inspiration, and yeah, I used what pencils. Oh yes, I used Derwent Lightfast, and I used Caran d'Ache Luminance for this, and it was just really nice doing it. And then there's just some chalk pastel, just a little bit around the snail, you know, to make a little bit of a background. But yeah, I really did like doing this. So as you can see, this is one picture which is very, very rare from me, that has got no metallic paint. There's this tiniest bit of glitter brush pen there from Spectrum Noir glitter pen. Don't even know if you can see it, but there's a tiny bit on the edge there just to show that, the slime trail type thing from the snail. But that's it. No metallic paint, no gel pen, nothing really on there, just pencil. So yeah, that was my serious colouring page, one of my serious colouring pages. So yeah, this is a beautiful book which I purchased from Stationery Corner on Etsy. Next one, okay, so the beautiful Nature Mandalas, and by Melpomene Chatsipani G2, hope I said that right. And so I put this on Instagram, I think, I've been better on Instagram. I've been putting more pictures up than I usually do. But yeah, this was the spring one, that spring page that I coloured, because it's got daffodils and tulips, which are very spring-like flowers, springtime flowers. So yeah, most of this background was, in fact this background in here in the circle was Inktense. I might have added some pencil shading on top. I think the flowers and the tulips also were Inktense with some pencil shading on top. Then I've got some metallic paints on the dragonflies as well as on the circular sort of bits on the mandala. And yeah, I had fun doing this one. It took a long time. It did take a long time, but I think that in the end, if you're happy with the result, it's definitely worth it. Just keep going. And so the background, I think, is chalk pastel as well. You know, the background where the dragonflies are. So yeah, I'm really pleased with this one. And I am actually got a whip in this book, which I'll show you in my, what's in my colouring bag for May. Because I know that I won't get it done for April. And then I've got the Ururi Wild Mouse Ururi's sketchbook travel, something like that. I made a little hash of that, but anyway, something like that. And so the one I coloured was this Easter page here. It's a very cute page, as you can see. So this was another page which I took a lot of care and consideration when I was using my pencils. I used mainly Holbein. Did I use anything else? Yeah, I think I used Derwent Lightfast as well, and maybe a bit of Luminance. But yeah, those were the main pencils I used. I'm quite happy with it. I mean, the background is chalk pastel, which is quite good. There's very little, there's no metallic paint on here, though there is some gel pen, like Uniball Signo Sparkling Silver gel pen. It's a little, there's glimmer or shine or glitter, a little bit of glitter on the bumblebee's wings. I think that might be the Wink of Stella or something like that, or the Spectrum Noir Sparkle pen. And then I did put some clear Sakura glaze on the paints. I don't know if you can see that, and on the water. I don't know if you can catch that in the light. But yeah, this was, I mean, many people have done this page who've got this book because it's such a cute page. But yeah, that was that one. I think it's come out quite nice. And I have got a buddy colour for next month in that book as well. So now on to my buddy colours. I've never had 5 buddy colours in a month, so yes, there was quite a lot to do, and I generally prioritise my buddy colours. So Circle of Life by Mel Pamini Chatsipani Chitu again, one of my favourite artists. And so this was, I got to get this right, so I'm going to go to my book because I don't want to make a hash of it. So this was a buddy colour with, gosh, let's get to the right page. Right, this was a buddy colour with Rachel from Pricey Colours. So Rach, thank you so much for doing this buddy colour with me. And I picked the page because I said, oh, please can we do this one because it's so spring-like. I did the background in metallic Calero paints, and as soon as I put it down I regretted it, and I thought, this is just not working, it's not, I shouldn't have done it. But then I didn't give up. I just thought, let's just carry on. I mean, it's a bit of it's not great. I mean, I don't know what I was trying to make it look like like a galaxy type night sky. I don't know what I was going for really, to be honest, but it didn't really work out. But I carried on with it, and then I wanted the bluebells to be all metallic, so Yeah, you can see them shining away there. And then these were the silver birches trees, which I just used some greys on them, and I think I used Prismas with them. Can't remember though. But yeah, I used a lot of metallic paint on here. As you can see, it's shining away. But yeah, it was fun to do. I think I used some sort of watercolour pencils on the rest of it, you know, the bits that aren't metallic, except on the leaves, just coloured pencils. But yeah, it was a nice one to do. So thanks, Rach. So do check out Rach's channel, Pricey Colours. Hopefully if I do receive, like I said, if I receive any of my buddies' coloured pages, I will include them at the end of the video. So there we go. It's probably just the easiest place to include them. So that's that one, Circle of Life. My next buddy was with the lovely Anne from Pretty Pages 71. So we both have this book. This is one of my favourite books because I think the animals are drawn so cutely. And so we decided upon this page, which is the Easter Bunny. Now this paper doesn't particularly like watercolour as well, so unfortunately I couldn't use Inktense or watercolour pencils. So all I used was, I mean it will take metallic paint, so I managed to do all the eggs in metallic paint. And then I used some acrylic, no I used some chalk pastel on the back I think, and then on top of it I put some very, I think some sort of glamour dust, ice crystal glamour dust, just to give it a subtle glittery look. But this one was really fun to do. I think I used Holbeins mainly. Might have used some Light Fast and Luminance because I've been really loving using those pencils recently. But yeah, it's the sort of paper that likes softer pencils rather than the harder pencils. But yeah, thanks for doing this buddy colour with me, Anne. Really enjoyed this one. So yeah, that's that one. So I'm just going to put this back. Gosh, this video is going to be so long because I'm just talking too much, I guess. And then I had a buddy colour with the lovely Kate from Kate's Colouring Haven. Gosh, what is wrong with me today? Mind you, I've got a bit of a migraine on one side, so that doesn't help. But Creative Haven Entangled Gardens. So me and Kate did, let me have a look, this one. And yeah, this was just really fun to do. And because I did this quite a while ago, I can't even remember what I mean, obviously I used some glazed pen, gel pens, I used Stickles there, Stickles glitter glue. Oh, I used, like on these flowers here, in certain places, I've used the Spectrum NARS sparkle pens, and they give such a beautiful, subtle glitter look. I don't know if you can see the glitter on the purple, these purple flowers here. But yeah, this was so fun to do. I really enjoyed doing this. Got some Clearo pearl paint there on the clouds, like I usually do. But yeah, lots of shiny, shimmery goodness on that one. So yeah, thank you for doing this buddy colour with me, Kate. Can't wait to see yours. Unless, yes, that's it. That's that one. My next buddy colour was with the lovely Jana from Colour and Create with Jana. I hope I've said that right. If I haven't, please forgive me. She did send me her picture, so I am going to include it at the end of this video, and hers is beautiful. And actually we were quite similar in how we did our, you know, in how we coloured our picture. We both used metallic paint on the blossoms, so that was quite funny. And yeah, I've got blue bunnies here. You can see, there's this blend with the Arteza pencils, and it's purple, a blue, and a light blue. It's got, I think there's a periwinkle in there, periwinkle blue, and it's basically such a beautiful blend. It's one of my favourite blends, these blue bunny rabbits. So I'm going to get spares of those pencils because I can imagine using this blend everywhere, or almost everywhere. So yeah, this was another fun one to do. Really enjoyed it. In the centre of the blossoms, I think I put some loose glitter. And then there's some glazed pen there. I can't remember which pencils I used, to be honest. Might be Black Widow. But I'm not 100% sure because I did it quite some time ago. But yeah, this was another fun one to do. So thank you for buddying up with me, Jana. I hope I've said your name wrong. Right, not wrong. Oh God, what is wrong with me? Do apologise. Like I said, I have got a bit of a migraine. One side of my head is a bit disabled. So, and then finally another buddy colour with the lovely Anne from Pretty Pages 71. So what we did is we did this farm colouring page. Now this did take some time, and it was this one, which was the vertical farm, and you can see there I really like it. It's probably one of my favourites this month. So to speed this up a little bit, the big fields I put down watercolour pencil, or it might be Neocolor. Might be Neocolor to wash. So I used to wash a watercolour and then I put pencil shading on top, and that sort of speeded it up a little bit, or sped it up a little bit. Had to use metallic paint, of course, as well. There's a lot of pencil on here. There's some, oh yes, some glitter here on the path. I wanted to add a bit of glitter on the grey path. My husband goes, why have you added that for? I'm like, well, it has to have some glitter somewhere because otherwise it's not a page by me. Except for the Ken Matsuda one. I mean, that's a serious colouring, so... and I really like how I've done the wall as well. So the wall, I think I used Prismacolor pencils for that. But yeah, I'm really enjoying using my Prismas actually at the moment. It's just such a shame that they are so expensive to buy in the UK as a set. So yeah, I really hope that you have enjoyed seeing all my completed pages. They were so fun to complete this month. And I'm going to insert my buddy pages who buddied up with me. I'm going to insert them after my video. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your support, for your comments, for everything that you've done to support my channel. I really appreciate your comments. So until next time, take care, happy colouring, bye.